Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unexpected 2024. I'm Gerard, and I'll be your host today as we explore our exciting theme, the rise of the AI sales engineer. This whole day is about raising up our skills, raising up our strategies, and raising up our collective impact as the largest community of sales engineers in the universe. Now, it's no secret, we're in the midst of significant transformation, driven by the rapid development and adoption of AI in B2B sales. And as sales engineers, we must adapt, we must innovate, and we must lead the way in shaping the future of our product, sales, and our go-to-market strategies. Now, throughout this day, we've assembled an incredible lineup of speakers who are going to deliver sessions that will inspire you and challenge you to think differently. From redefining the strategic value of the sales engineer to breaking down the latest advancements in AI, each session is designed to provide you with actionable insights and fresh perspectives. So, we're going to start with Vivun co-founders Matt Darrow and John Bruce. Matt and John are going to dive into the past, the present, and outline the future and highlight how artificial intelligence isn't a fad or isn't a disruptor, but a strategic enabler that can help us all achieve new heights. So get ready for a day filled with sharing and learning and elevating our roles as key enablers of growth. And remember, this isn't about adapting to change, it's about driving it. And it's about how you can lead the rise of the AI sales engineer. So with that, let's get the Unexpected 24 party started.
I want to start by taking you back to last year's Unexpected. Over 200 of you joined us in San Francisco where we spoke about the global sales engineering movement. 4 years prior, when we were fundraising for Vivun, people really misunderstood this profession. Investors thought pre-sales teams were cold calling teams, literally the people before sales. Others thought the profession was irrelevant because in the future, products would just sell themselves. They could not have been more wrong, and the market's increasing demand for technical expertise was on full display in the room. Since we introduced the global sales engineering movement last year, another movement has emerged in short order: artificial intelligence. AI is changing everything. You can see it in how companies are building new capabilities, the amount of investment VCs are pouring into AI startups, the breadth of conversation around how AI will reshape our society, and even Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff stating the 25-year-old SaaS behemoth needs to hard pivot for the future. Right now, the AI movement and the sales engineering movement are on a collision course with each other. AI is on the verge of allowing everyone in the audience and every company out there to change the pre-sales profession for good. This will change B2B selling for good. According to Gartner, 60% of B2B selling activities will be powered by Gen AI in the next 4 years. And organizations who use Gen AI will cut the amount of time they spend on selling activities in half. In this near future, pre-sales as we have all come to know it will be unlike anything we've ever experienced before. As everyone becomes accustomed to learning and using new powerful tools, team roles and responsibilities will change. Team sizes will change. Who does what work and why will change. And this is all happening really, really fast. And why is that? Why right now? Well, this AI disruption cycle is unlike anything we've ever experienced in B2B tech. At its core, Gen AI is fundamentally disrupting the concept of knowledge work. We're not just talking about form factor innovation, desktop versus mobile. We're not just talking about infrastructure innovation, on-prem versus cloud. We're talking about disrupting the actual work we do as humans. And back in August, we surveyed 524 sales engineering leaders for our State of Pre-Sales report and learned that 45% of SEs are already using an AI tool every day, and 60% are actively integrating AI into their workflows. The rapid arrival of AI is changing the very fabric of sales engineering in two big ways. The first, well, AI is collapsing and completely removing the barrier to SE team greatness. Working with our customers at Vivun, we've witnessed that truly great sales engineering teams do far more than demo. They influence the product roadmap, share new critical metrics with the C-suite and the board, keep the sales forecast on the rails, redesign their sales orgs and processes, and are constantly pushing other teams to level up. The best SE leaders have always had the desire and the courage to elevate the role, drive change, and bridge the gap within their companies. But creating and embracing new responsibilities always meant putting more work on their team's plate. It's a difficult balancing act, and many leaders have simply refused to do so, instead shielding their teams at the expense of their true potential. But now, with AI, those new asks of the team, which come from increased SE responsibility, can be completely automated away, which puts greatness within the reach of every SE team for the first time in history. You no longer need to battle internal politics to be great. Every SE leader can now secure their place at the executive table. Now for the second major impact to sales engineering teams. AI will be capable of doing the actual work of technical sellers. In our August State of Pre-Sales report, 85% of SE leaders surveyed were optimistic about AI's potential, and over a third thought that AI would eventually replace the work they currently do. I was personally surprised to see how much recognition there was on the future potential of AI already, and by using AI to do large swaths of work, these SE leaders see a future where their teams can change the work they do, more aggressively attack their own markets, creating brand new opportunities for growth at productivity levels never imagined before. And while there's a lot of work that SEs do, the most important job is to create a compelling and differentiated solution for the customer. This is the intersection of your prospect or customer's goals and challenges with your product's capabilities, differentiators, and proof points, all in the service of delivering real business value. From our experience working with the world's leading technology companies, aligning on that right solution and securing the technical win is also the longest part of the sales cycle. This is the work that matters the most for technical sales teams. It's also the type of work that makes everyone in the company clamor and fight for access to the very best SEs. It's why every sales rep would take an SE on a first call if they could. It's why every CSM would want an SE attached to every customer account with them. It's why every marketer wants SEs on their webinars, at trade shows, and leading field events. It's why top performing SEs are so well compensated and so difficult to hire. Now, what if you had a way to give that expertise to everyone in your company, on demand and always on? That's the future that AI promises. The creation of a completely digital AI SE, a brand new team member for AEs, SEs, and CSMs to partner with. The arrival of an AI SE team member has huge ramifications for your entire go-to-market team. Imagine, AEs empowered with an AI SE will be able to do a whole lot more on their own, operating more effectively and independently than they ever could in the past. The SEs of the future will offload the majority of their current work, so teams can pursue more strategic endeavors, spend more time with customers, and change their organization's shape, size, and responsibilities. Managers will use new methods to measure the health of their human and digital team members as they work together side by side. And eventually an AI SE will be right by your side, engaging with your prospect or customer directly. Now that may all seem like science fiction, but this future will be here before you know it. After all, that craving from buyers for access to technical expertise has never stopped. And if B2B selling is going to change for good, it will be because of the collision course we're on between the global sales engineering movement and the rise of AI. So I've talked a lot about the future today, but that future isn't 5 years away. It's actually here right now. And to show you how fast this technology is evolving, I'd like to welcome Vivun's co-founder and CTO, John Bruce, to the stage. We're going to show you what we mean by the rise of the AI SE and the seemingly distant future, which is already here.
Thanks, Matt. I am genuinely excited for everyone joining us to meet Ava, the world's first AI sales engineer.
Me too. But John, tell me, what is an AI sales engineer exactly? Are we just putting product documentation in a vector database so you can ask it some questions?
Well, not quite. I think that would just give us a slightly more modern but equally annoying version of Clippy. What's really exciting here is that with Ava, we've built something that can capably perform real sales engineering work, not just a question and answer bot. Working with Ava won't feel like using a traditional SaaS product or anything else you have today. The promise of AI lies in systems being able to do work as if they were an actual member of your team. So, Ava feels like you're working with your best SE, which looks very different from how folks use software tools today.
Well, if Ava feels like I'm working with my best teammate, she better know her stuff. I mean, how does Ava learn about my company and my product? These are usually things that take time for new team members to get ramped up on.
So generative AI models aren't capable of reasoning on their own. But by combining this power with knowledge graphs, we've given Ava the ability to internalize what ought to be done in her role as a sales engineer so that she can do meaningful work. And you can train Ava just as you would train a new hire. I can provide her with our company messaging, product documents, discovery templates, and more. And the end result is that she's up to speed on your sales process faster than you could normally bring on a new team member.
That actually sounds pretty awesome. And once Ava knows about my company, my product, and how we run our sales process, what are some of the ways that she could help me sell more effectively? For example, a lot of SEs do demo prep. They advise their sales reps on how to do discovery all the time. And we've seen that a lot of the best SEs, they actually take initiative whenever they can. How does Ava stack up to that?
Well, again, what's unique about Ava is that she proactively helps you do these things rather than waiting around to be prompted. She uses that understanding of your company and product to give recommendations on how to conduct discovery, create demo scripts that address what prospects have asked to see, and help you adjust your approach to meetings as new information comes in. For example, let's say an executive sponsor has been added to your call at the last minute. Ava will immediately suggest making your demo script shorter and more outcome-driven, and give you a different set of discovery questions that are more appropriate for that new persona. Ava is with you at every step of the sales process, calling out the right questions to ask your prospects and crafting demo scripts for you that align directly to what your customers want to see.
I can see how this has the potential to make everyone on my SE team 10 times better already. But what about if I get a curveball product question from a prospect or need to find some key information about a competitor?
Well, Ava definitely has you covered there as well. And answering product-related questions or finding competitive intel is only the beginning. You can ask Ava more open-ended questions that help you sell more effectively, like, what other customers have similar pain points? Where have we successfully sold through this product gap before? Or even ask Ava to just give you the high-level overview of what was sold. This information is invaluable to winning deals, and with Ava, you can codify and retain the knowledge of your team's best SEs.
I'm also probably going to have to get ready to pay people more commission. But all right, but John, in all seriousness, I mentioned that the most important work an SE can do is to create a compelling and differentiated solution for the customer. Ava's been with me at every step of the sales process so far, learning, preparing for meetings, crafting a demo script, answering product questions. Can she tie it all together for me as well?
So, you and I have both spent years as SEs and then as leaders. Do you remember how long this process would take when we had to build these things out entirely on our own?
Yeah, man, I don't miss those days. And actually, the thing for me is that most of the team members couldn't even get it right. It actually normally resulted in solutions for customers that they probably weren't even that compelling.
Well, Ava takes all of the context from your previous sales interactions and the company knowledge that you've trained her on to effortlessly generate that compelling, differentiated solution for your customer. What you're seeing unfold in front of you is a narrative that ties together your prospects' business challenges and pain points with product differentiators, custom proof, and clear recommendations on how to move forward. When Ava puts a solution together, everyone in your team is now aligned on what was sold and why, so it can then be delivered to customers as efficiently as possible.
That's amazing. I could absolutely use Ava to level up all of my team members, but also transform the pre to post sales handoff. That's always broken. And this actually gives new firepower to my sales leaders too. If deals aren't getting done or are being pushed because we don't have a compelling narrative or value prop, Ava's here to help.
Well, I can tell you're pretty fired up by all this, Matt.
Well, hell yeah. What else you got for me, John?
Well, there is one more thing.
What? So, and you showed us that you can train Ava like a new hire. She can help you prepare for demos and discovery. She can answer complex product questions. She can tie it all together in a compelling solution. What else could you possibly have? What else you got up your sleeve over there?
What if Ava could actually build and give a demo for you?
No way, man.
All right. Well, here's a call I had just the other day. Well, hey, Aaron, thanks for joining me on the call today. I'm super excited to be chatting with you about how we can help better operationalize your pre-sales team and also help you with some of that product feedback that seems to be falling through the cracks today at Hooli. Based off of our last conversation, does that sort of hit the mark?
Yeah, John. Yeah, that sounds great to me. It's good to see you too. I'm really looking forward to seeing the demo on today's call, and as you know, I'm sure I'll have some additional questions along the way.
Well, we like questions. It means we're on the right track.
Yeah. Hey, who's joining?
Hey, I'm Ava, your AI sales engineer.
Oh, yeah. So say hi to Ava. She's going to help with the demo today.
Okay. Interesting.
Hey, Ava, can you tell Aaron what you're able to do?
Sure, I can do everything you would expect a sales engineer to do.
Huh.
Thought you'd like that. And watch this. Hey, Ava, why don't you get started with your demo?
Today, we're going to start off in journeys. This is where any sales engineering team can manage all of their different processes, including new business, renewal business, upsells for existing business, and potentially churn save. But for now, let's go back to new business. And here I can see all of the different stages that all of my relevant opportunities are in. So I'm going to open my Toyota Enterprise Surveys platform opportunity. And at my fingertips, I have all of the details, including what my product might not do well today,
Hey,
which we
John, I
call
actually have a
opportunity
question for
gaps,
you and Ava.
all of the activities that have taken
absolutely.
place on this
Ava,
particular
pause
deal.
the demo.
And if we open
Yeah, well,
demo paused.
this has been great so far. Really like what I'm seeing, but product alignment was the most important thing that I wanted to just discuss today. It's big for us at Hooli. Do you mind if we just jump straight into that discussion instead?
Yeah, no, absolutely not at all. Appreciate the feedback. Hey, Ava, let's move on to the product gaps portion of the demo.
Sure thing, give me a second. Now, let's take a look at product gaps. Product gaps are things that your product doesn't do today tied to an opportunity or an account so that we can assign monetary value to having the business build out that particular feature. Let's go ahead and open Crosstabs. Crosstabs is a gap that has all of the information being pulled in from your connected PLM, including the status, percent complete, so how far along is the engineering team, and do we have any kind of interim solution, in this case, positioning. We have all of the metrics around how this can impact the business all at our fingertips.
John, what just happened? What did I just see?
Let's break it down. First, the demo that Ava gave never existed before. It wasn't a recording that she replayed. She built it and came up with the talk track.
How?
Well, she was actually trained by watching us give our best standard demos. She was able to see and remember how our products work and deconstructed all of the components. Based on the solution she created for the customer, she built a brand new demo from scratch, complete with her own talk track, and again, it had never existed before. The other thing I want to point out is that in this meeting, I was able to talk to Ava. Just like any of my team members, she takes direction on how to give the demo, is able to switch gears and can show something different based on how I'm reading the audience.
Wow. This is crazy, John. I have 100 more questions for you. But I also want to take a step back here and mention that even though it's early days, our customers here at Vivun, who run some of the world's greatest technology sales teams, they're already partnering with us to shape what Ava will do next. Here are actually a few of their remarks on why they're just as excited as we are for an AI SE.
My name is Jennifer Jones. I'm the Vice President of Solution Experience at Dayforce, and my team focuses on all the things that help pre-sales be more productive, one aspect of which is our innovation and technology program.
My name is Rich Paiva. I'm the Senior Director of Solution Consulting at Coupa Software. Amongst other things at Coupa, I am the Vivun owner, and I drive all the Vivun-related initiatives across the organization.
Where we spend a significant portion of our time is in brainstorming, researching, and pre-planning for prospective customer engagements. That's the piece that I'm really excited about, the potential of an AI sales engineer.
I think the biggest challenge that we face is how we grow and scale in the rapidly changing world of pre-sales as an organization. And my hope is that AI can help this growth and free up SCs to focus on the most valuable tasks in their day-to-day activities and let the AI kind of drive some of those other tasks that would allow those SCs to be able to focus on value-driven initiatives.
I'm hoping that Ava helps us better prepare for our time with prospective customers so we can spend more time with them. A really important aspect of sales is showing up and connecting on a human and personal level. And boy, is that going to get really interesting as AI becomes more of an integral part of our world. And like it or not, it's probably just going to feel like a way of life in the not too distant future.
So the SCs here understand how important AI is and how important it is to be on the leading edge of this important technology. So I think the team is really excited to be part of something groundbreaking, something different in the pre-sales industry that Ava is bringing, and to also just help us grow, scale, and learn around things like discovery, being able to identify opportunity gaps and have that captured automatically, work in demo preparation. Just imagine being able to leverage an AI technology to do that. The team is extremely excited about that.
For our sales team, I think Ava can have an impact on how they do their jobs too. It has the potential to help our salespeople bring better quality sales opportunities to the pre-sales organization, first and foremost. And I commonly hear from sales leaders and salespeople all the time that they really want a solution engineer or a solution consultant by their side for the whole process. And why wouldn't you? So they bring an enormous amount of experience, product knowledge, and business acumen to the table. But an efficient sales process, which is what we have our eye on as pre-sales leaders, means that other company resources, like actual human solution engineers, are brought in at just the right time to have the biggest impact. But with Ava, potentially a salesperson can have that pre-sales type support, that experience, that product knowledge that we bring to the table from the very start to the very end of the customer lifecycle. It just looks a little different at different stages.
I mean, I imagine our sales team working with Ava in helping to train the technology, being a part of those discussions and those meetings where Ava is involved, where they can learn. And really partnering, you have the human SC as well as the AI SC partnering with that sales executive to really optimize how the solution consulting team and the sales organization work together. Everyone within the organization, as well as the solution consulting team, knows how important it is to get out in front and embrace AI. Because if we don't grow and we don't leverage that technology, we'll get left behind doing so. And I think we have a very unique opportunity in our already kind of leading edge SC org, the way that we leverage Vivun and other digital technologies to really get out ahead of that. And implementing Ava is just a natural progression of that.
We directly contribute to the success of the organization that we work for by helping our prospective customers understand how our products and services contribute to their organization's success. AI, when used the right way, at the right time can propel that forward and allow us to push the leading edge of what we do without losing the heart of what we do.
So one thing that stood out to me in what Jen and Rich both said is that human team members will work alongside their AI team members in new and transformative ways. Now, I've talked about how in this new world, AI has the power to make every SE team great, taking large swaths of work off their shoulders and dramatically changing the things that they focus on. But it remains critical for us to understand how well humans and agents are working together and to have intelligence on how this new hybrid workforce is performing. So, all right, John, how are we helping SE teams get the insights they need to be great, but without placing additional burden on their team members?
Well, the whole reason every SE can be great is that we can use AI to make sure managers get everything they need without requiring their individual contributors to perform additional administrative work. We spent years honing our calendar intelligence model to predict which technical sales activities are associated with your calendar events, and we'll soon be releasing an option for total automation, which will log your activities in Vivun with absolutely no effort on the part of your end user. You'll have the ability to look back at what our AI has done for you and update anything you disagree with, but now the entire process can be owned by the AE with limited human supervision.
Awesome. That classic problem of shielding the team instead of helping the business, of not wanting to ask your team to log their activities, that won't be an issue for SE leaders anymore. But our customers also know that selling activities aren't the only important metric for insights. What are we going to do to help SEs bridge the gap between sales and product?
We've seen that SEs uncover product gaps all the time when speaking with customers, often in the midst of demos or asking questions. But synthesizing customer feedback into items that can be actioned on by product is a challenge when you're constantly being pulled into customer meetings. So we've asked, what if SEs didn't have to worry about logging product gaps at all, in the same way that we're enabling them to automatically track their activities? We will enable you to connect Vivun to your customer and prospects in Gong, and Vivun will automatically detect and log product gaps raised by your prospects and customers without any effort on the user's part. As we continue adding data sources beyond our Gong integration, these insights will be pulled from anywhere you are having conversations with your customers. On top of that, one of the biggest challenges we consistently hear from customers is that product alignment is the most strategic initiative they have, but product teams want to have confidence in the feedback that's coming to them before they put a program in place. Being able to trust the data coming from the SE team is even more critical when it's automatically being captured. So with Vivun, we're also leveraging AI to assist users in triaging product gaps more efficiently and defining what can be handled on their behalf or highlighted for further review.
I'm loving the fact that I can be strategic without putting more on my team's plate. So far, we've talked about how much easier it will be for the SEs to collect the data on their technical sales process and product gaps. How do they turn all that data into insights that help the company operate more effectively?
We already give our users access to powerful out-of-the-box dashboards that give them a view of these go-to-market insights. But we're making data in Vivun far easier for them to take full advantage of with new views that show them the results of their day-to-day. A great example here is what we're introducing with the Vivun Manager Brief, which takes everything happening across all your team's deals and distills down the most important new information so that you're always in tune with how your team members are performing. In all, we want to ensure that every customer has simple, immediate access to the critical insights they need in Vivun.
Thanks, John, for walking us through all of this innovation. Where can folks find you if they want to follow up?
I'll be holding a session with Joe Miller, our chief data scientist, on why our approach to AI is uniquely suited to the needs of SEs. So be sure to listen in later today if you're interested in learning more. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, John. All right. Well, we've shown off 2 new superpowers that we're giving to SE leaders. You can run a highly strategic SE organization and do it without asking your team members to lift a finger. And we've introduced you to Ava, the world's first AI SE capable of doing real sales engineering work. If you're intrigued by what you saw today, come talk to us. Visit us at vivun.com. Let us know you're interested and we'll get in touch. And finally, I wanted to take a moment to showcase the amazing sessions that we've got lined up for the rest of Unexpected. And don't miss What's New with Vivun at the end of today to get even more product details. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
What an incredible start to Unexpected. It's clear that the past, the present, and the future of sales engineering is intertwined with artificial intelligence. And for us at Team Vivun, it's not about just keeping up. It's about turning every challenge into new opportunities. Now, I know you got a ton of questions about Ava, so go ahead and go to vivun.com/AISE, where you can learn more about the world's first and best AI sales engineer. When I think about the future of sales engineering, I think a lot about our next speakers. Now, in all my years, I've never met leaders with more passion for their function and their craft than Brian Cotter and Max Verma-Seisman. And in just a few seconds, they're gonna share with you how they've transformed their teams into strategic powerhouses. So let's hear how sales engineers can raise their impact.